Hey there, Tigers. Let's do some math today. So what we're going to start to learn about is adding three-digit numbers. But we're going to start today by just adding with 10 and adding with 100, okay? So I thought a good warm-up for us today would just be by counting by 10 and counting by 100. Let's put a little movement into it. So I want everybody to stand up, okay? We're going to squat and touch the floor and then reach the ceiling as we count by tens. We're going to start with the number 15. Okay, so think about it. If you added 10 to the 110 in number 15, how many tens would we have? Ready? Here we go. 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105. Perfect. Now let's start with the number 345, okay? So again, if you think about the number 345, it has 4 tens. We're gonna keep adding to that 4 by 110, okay? So this time, let's clap our hands. 345, 355, 365, 375, 385, 395, what comes after that? 405, 415, 425, good. All right, next thing we're gonna do, let's just warm up again by practicing counting by 100s. This time we're gonna start with the number 220, okay? Here we go, arms up. Ready, you're gonna knee pump, here we go. 220, 320, 420, 520, 620, 720, 820, 920, 1,020. All right, one more practice. This time we're going to start with the number 153, and I want you to shoulder tap. Okay, ready? 153, 253, 353, 453, 553, 653, 753, 853, 953, 1,053. Okay, so that's counting by tens and ones. Now I'm going to try to set up my phone here. Just bear with me. All right, I think you can see that. So we started with the number 15, okay? And we added 10 to that, okay? So when we added 10, we kept our ones the same and just added our tens. 110 and 110 is 2 tens, right? When we started with 345, we added tens, or 110 I should say. The ones doesn't change because 5 plus 0 is still 5. The tens changes because we add 4 plus 1 and we get 5. And then the 3 stayed the same. I'm going to squeeze in a 3 right there. Okay? Then we did it by 220, but by 100. All right, so let's look at the digits that stayed the same on this. We can add 0 and 0 and get 0. We can add 2 and 0 and get 2. And we can add 2 and 1 and get 3. Okay? One more time. We did 100s for this one. We started at 153 and we added and got 253. Because again, boys and girls, we were adding ones with the 0, 10 with the 0, and then 1 and 1. But how would that look if I did this? What would be different about our answer? Okay, erase it right here. What would be different about our answer? Well, 3 plus 0 is still 3. 5 plus 0 is still 5. And now instead of adding 1 and 1, I'm adding 1 and 5, and I get 6. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to rotate this over. here. Okay. All right. And you can see on my chart right here, boys and girls, that I'm going to add 333 plus 123. Now this is a little bit more, this first problem, than what we're going to do today, but this is actually what we're going to practice all week. So I drew it out for you. So here's our first number, 3 hundreds, 3 tens, and 3 ones. And our second number is 1 hundreds, 2 tens, and 3 ones. And remember, I used my same base 10 block drawing. Let me give you a close-up here, as I did before, okay? You see that okay? So now when I go to add, I can see that I have 6 ones, I have 5 tens, and I have 4 hundreds, which makes sense because if I did it this way, 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 2 is 5, and 3 plus 1 is 4, okay? So the last two problems I want to show you have to do a little bit more with exactly what we're going to work on today. So my first problem is 500. So I'm going to draw 500 blocks. And it's 0 tens and 0 ones, so I'm not going to draw anything. But now for this problem, there's no hundreds, so I'm going to leave that spot blank, that column blank. But there are 3 tens, so I'm going to do this. And again, 0 ones, okay? Now, when you're doing your worksheet that I've assigned for you, if it is more helpful for you to draw your, using base 10 blocks, you can grab a piece of paper and just do that. You don't have to, but if that's a strategy that you like, please do it, okay? So I have 0 ones, 3 tens, and 5 hundreds. And again, and if I just go over to my paper here, I can add 0 and 0 is 0, 0 and 3 is 3, and 5 plus, remember this means 0, right, is 5. So my answer is 530. Do you remember what the answer to an addition problem is called? The sum, remember the sum. Okay, one more. Okay, this one's a little more complicated, 627 plus 200. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my hundreds blocks. So I need 6 of them. And remember, we only do rows of 5, right? So it's easy for us to see. 2 tens and 7 ones. So I'm going to draw my 5 and then 2 more makes 7. I can easily see that that makes 7, right? And then underneath, I need 2 hundreds, 0 tens, and 0 ones, okay? Now I'm going to add here. So 7 plus 0 is 7. 2 plus 0 is 2. And 5 hundreds plus 2 more hundreds is 7 hundreds in all. If I do it in the algorithm, it's 7 plus 0 is 7. 2 plus 0 is 2. And, whoops, what did I do wrong? This should be an 8, Mrs. Bruin, not a 7. I was thinking that was a 5. Sorry, guys. And 6 plus 2 is 8. Sorry about that mistake. Did it too quick. Okay, so it was 6 here. I was thinking it was a 5. So 6 and 2 is 8. And then it's 8 right there. So that is your 3-digit addition. Okay, remember to draw those place value blocks out if you need them. Okay. And thanks.